What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, another banger. And today we are going to be talking about wisdom from the book of Proverbs. But before I go any further, if you're new to this channel, my name is muwazielijahwilliam, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for more videos that are coming soon. First of all, let's talk about the beginning of knowledge. The Bible tells us in Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7 that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Knowledge and wisdom align with obedience, instruction, and a listening skill. You know, when it talks about but fools despise wisdom and instruction, that means for you to acquire wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the things that you need, one of the things you need is instruction. You need to be very good at following instruction. And to be very good at following instruction, you need a listening skill. A listening skill, then an obedience skill. Understand? And then you see, it tells us that we despise, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Despising is like you just choose to not take that. Let's say if David Goggins talks about something that's going to take you further when it comes to, let's say it's giving a motivational or an inspirational quote or a story, you just choose not to take it, and you say and you choose to take another route. But yet David Goggins or Andrew Tate's story is going to help you become stronger in a certain area of your life. For example, look at the books that are written in the world, the comic books and books of Bill Gates. If you ask so many people, how many books of Bill Gates have you read before? Or books of people who are at a high level have you read before? People who have acquired so much success in their lives, who have gone from struggling to excellence. You understand? And then if you ask someone, the comic books they've read, they really know so much about the comic books. These things that they're not bad to read, but they're not even that real in life. You know, like cartoon books, you read them. But then you need to read books like those of Bill Gates, because they give you understanding. You keep asking yourself, how did this person get rich? These guys are spitting knowledge. They're spitting knowledge toward us by writing that knowledge in the books. You know, they come up with ideas and they go like, let's write a book. For example, the richest man in Uganda, Amis Chigun, he has written books, but how many people have read them? Right now, he would have been one of the most selling authors in Uganda. But because of our understanding, we want a person like Hamis Chigundu, Bill Gates, Amazon, such people to come and tell us how to really get money, or in a way that we want to tell them our problems. Let me give you an example. If you get an opportunity one day and you sit down with the president of Uganda, because that's where I'm from Uganda, and one day you sit down with the president of Uganda, and that is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and he asks you, what do you want? The very first thing you're going to ask him is money. That's the very first thing. You will not ask him, how did you get here? You won't ask for wisdom, but you will ask for money. Or you will tell him a problem you're going through right now. And I'm not saying this because I wouldn't say it, even if it was me. That's the very first thing I would say. But we need wisdom. You get me? We need wisdom. I've given you an example. You get an opportunity, you sit down with the president of Uganda one-on-one, and he asks you, what do you want? The very first thing you're going to go, I need money. I need like 50 million. And I need millions of money. But in actual sense, you need to seek for wisdom. For example, in farming, our president, the president of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, he is an expert when it comes to farming. For example, in poultry, he's good at that. For example, in rearing cows and cattle, he's really good at that. And if you go toward him and really desperate of becoming rich, those are kind of things you need to ask him about. Politics, when you look at some of you have grown up watching Museveni. Some of you have grown up seeing him. Some of you watching right now, you have parents that grew up seeing our president, and then you are also under our president. So basically, if you get such an opportunity, you need to be asking him wisdom. You need to be seeking for wisdom from him, because him as a person, he has so much that he knows, so much that he has seen. I'm very sure sitting on that presidential chair is not something easy. It's not something that you would really want to do all the time. But because you have wisdom, you attain it all the time. Understand? And I'm not saying that I support President Museveni overdoing this message. Is very just wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Furthermore, in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20, it talks about how wisdom calls aloud. It says wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. What does this mean? Wisdom is not in the secret. It's always there. It's up to you to despise it or take it. For example, we can be in a certain meeting and there's loads of people, and a certain group of huge people of great names, people of great achievements, they are going to speak toward us. It is up to me to either take what he's saying or just keep my phone scrolling. You've seen such kind of people. I'm also one of them, I won't lie. When someone of great achievements is speaking at a certain ceremony, and you don't choose to take what he's saying, and he's really spitting facts, and he's spitting some wisdom and knowledge, but you choose to despise it. You go on your TikTok and you start scrolling. You're scrolling. And that is what it means. Wisdom calls aloud outside. It's always there. Remember, we spoke about instruction, like in verse 7, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. Despising instruction and wisdom. There are people that you just need to follow instruction to acquire wisdom, or to get to the next level of success in your life. For instance, God can tell you to just forgive. That's all. The only thing you need is forgive. But then you just choose to not forgive. You understand? And you find it so hard to forgive because of what someone really did to you. And you find it so impossible to forgive someone that hurt you, whether spiritually, physically, emotionally, and you find it so hard. But the Lord our God has told us to forgive. That is why it says the fear of God is the beginning of knowledge and understanding, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. If God says, if at all you fear God, God has told you, forgive this person, but you choose not to, you choose to be disobedient toward God, what do you expect? And you know the funny thing, God is not going to come and tell you everything you're going to go through or how you're going to get to that level of success. No, that's not how God is. But God will show you your destiny. God will show you where you're going, but He won't show you what you're going to go through. Understand? But step by step, all these things you're going through, for Him is showing the one thing, your destiny. And in all these things that you'll be going through, you'll get wisdom from it. And when you are at the top, at your destiny, you know what to do. You have wisdom on how to go through certain situations in your life. You know what to say when someone comes to you and they're in pain. You know how to help them when it comes to a spiritual gain. You know how to help them when it comes to a physical gain. You get me? There's another pastor, he's called Robert Kayanja. He spoke some wisdom and said, you do not, and he said, there are certain problems that don't need prayer. They just need actions. You don't need to start speaking in tongues when it comes to certain problems. And he gave an example and he said, someone can come at your home. Let's say you're doing well financially, or you're stable. You are okay when it comes to your finances. And he said, a friend can come and they tell you, brother, I have nothing to eat at home. But if you have 50k Ugandan shillings, help me out, bro. I need something to eat. I need to settle a problem. And then you start praying for this person. Dear God, this person needs food. I need you, Lord Father in heaven, to take out this problem of not having food today. And yet in your pockets you have like 100,000 Ugandan shillings. And you can't give this person 50,000 Ugandan shillings. That's lack of wisdom. It is lack of wisdom and understanding. But anyways, that's a by the way, and it's an example that I want to give to someone out there watching this video right now to get something to learn from that. And when you read furthermore chapter 1, it talks about how wisdom will also mock you because you refuse to take it out. You understand? It will also mock you. It will laugh at you in times of calamity because you refused to listen to it. And you keep on going to God with the same prayer, But the one thing we all need is wisdom. That's the number one thing. If you have wisdom, there's a lot you can have in life. In the same book of Proverbs, Solomon once said that if it takes you to lose all your riches and not your wisdom, let it be. So basically he was saying you would rather lose all your riches, all your money, because first of all, the only way you got your money was through your knowledge, through your understanding, through your wisdom. So if you lose it, you can get it back again using your wisdom. Those are the words of Mr. Solomon throughout the book of Proverbs. Now let me tell you how obedience and instruction align with wisdom. Wisdom does not mean that you need to be a genius to be wise. It's all about small things. Small things. For example, you need a listening skill. You need to be good at following instructions. You need to be good at obedience, not only toward God, but even towards your parents, toward all the people who have been on this earth, basically. You understand? Don't despise what people say. Maybe you have a dream you're trying to purchase. You want to follow a certain dream, and someone comes and starts telling you things that you don't want to listen to. Just relax and listen. Just listen to what he's saying and pick out what you think is the right thing for you, or what is advice for you. Because sometimes people come to us and they think they are giving us advice, but they're actually discouraging us, most especially the youth. These grown people come to us and they think they're giving us advice. You don't even know what my dream is. I'm sure someone watching this has gone through such something like that, whereby someone like up there, someone old, someone elderly is going to come and start telling you what to do in life, but it's not actually advice, it's discouragement. They're putting you off what your dream is, what you want to be in life. Do not hate that person. Don't hate that person for what they're saying. No, just listen to what they're saying, and in all that person has said, take out the small that you believe, the small that you feel like, okay, this will work for me. Don't despise everything that he's saying. Listen to it. After listening to it, start cutting out, like you're cutting a video. Start cutting out what you want, what you need from that. The other thing is, when you are in a place full of so many people, don't be quick to open your mouth. Don't be quick to open your mouth. First, keep quiet. That only thing is a sign to people that you have wisdom. First, keep quiet. First, keep calm. Don't open your mouth very fast. First, keep calm and listen to everyone's ideas. Let's say you are at a certain ceremony. Everyone is speaking. First, keep quiet. Then think. As they're speaking, think about what they're trying to ask. Maybe you're in class. Maybe you are at the university. You are in high school. You're in primary. First keep quiet and think. You're not on pressure. Think. Take your time. Then the other thing is, I've spoken about instruction, the fear of God. I've spoken about obedience, and that is what we need. The simple things you need to become very wise, to be very up there. Someone with wisdom is someone who is eager to learn. You're eager to know so many things, even out of your career. You need to be eager to learn. How does this work? How does this work? But if I get into a certain situation and you need to apply this, you're not a person of physics, but you need to have a little bit of knowledge about that. You're not a person of cars, but you need to have some knowledge about that, a bit of it. Small things. You need to know that your car needs water, and you need to know where to put that water. You need to know small things. You need to know how to paint. Simple things. You need to know, how to do so many things that are small. All these things can bring credit to you at some point in your life. As I finish off this video, don't forget the one thing you need to acquire in your life, or you need to have in your life: instruction. You need to be good at following instructions. You need to be good at obedience. You need to be very obedient towards so many people, even the young actually. You need to be good at fearing the God Almighty. You're not a fool, by the way. You're not a fool. You just need to apply instruction and wisdom in your life. I know maybe the Bible says, but fools despise instruction and wisdom. So if you're not a fool, do not despise instruction and wisdom. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video. And if you guys like the video, don't forget to subscribe and also like actually. Yeah, don't forget. Have a nice day. God bless.